Hey guys, so here is a video example of the swap for you visual learners. I'm basically just going to read to you what it says in the description box and on the Facebook event page, but obviously you'll have an example to see and then you'll have some extra commentary. Okay, so this video may be long, but the swap is not long. The tutorial, Debbie did an amazing tutorial for this. It is broken down step by step, super easy to do it. This book has that wow factor and it looks intimidating, but it is super easy to do. Okay, this is, I confidently can say a beginner and an advanced person would enjoy this folio. Okay, so you have to, well, there's only 5 requirements for this, okay? I know all the reading looked overwhelming and you're probably like, I'm not going to read all that. But there's a lot of clarification in my paragraphs because I know a lot of the questions that I get. I just want to try to answer them in the beginning, right? I don't mind if you message me for questions, but I try to anticipate the questions and answer them. So there you go. All right, the very first requirement is obviously you have to follow the tutorial. It's linked down below. It will be linked on the page as well. It is Debbie's tutorial for her folio. She is Deborah Adams' Creative Life. You are more than welcome to add your flips, flaps, flare, whatever you want to add to it, but you have to have at least the base tutorial. Okay, and just keep in mind that you may add 10 extra flips and flaps and your partner may not. So adding extra is not a requirement. It is super easy to add it, but it's not a requirement. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to try to match you up with like skills and similar interests as best as I can. Obviously, I don't, I don't have everyone over for Thanksgiving dinner, so I don't know your full ins and outs, but I know a little bit about you. And we're also going to have the likes and dislikes page. I'm going to put it on the discussion on the Facebook event page, and then also it's in the files. So just fill it out so that way your partner has your likes and dislikes. You can publicly fill it out on the page or cut and paste it into a message to your partner so they know your likes and dislikes, okay? Or else you're going to get something that you may or may not like. The other thing, let's see, shipping cost. Okay, shipping cost is going to be determined by how you package your own swap. And also how many extra goodies and whatever else you put in there. Goodies are not required, but sometimes we like to spoil our partners. You can do that. Feel free. Just understand that your partner may not be able to do that for you. Okay. If you're going to mail, putting this in a nice box would be great. Nice sturdy box. If you want to use the priority flat rate envelopes, this is what I would suggest to do. Cover your book in bubble wrap or a second padded envelope, because this is bubble wrap, right? But the additional, what you're going to do is take your 8.5 by 11 chipboard. Obviously this is smaller, but you get the drift. Put it like that, and then you're going to go ahead and put it inside of another flat rate envelope, okay? Oh, I don't want to mess that up, because I'm definitely going to reuse these. So that way your book has extra protection on the top and the bottom, okay? It does fit in there, but I'm just not going to deal with that right now. So you get my drift. Make sure it's double padded because you don't want to ruin your gorgeous work, right? Okay, so the other thing, you must communicate with your partner. Okay, communication is the key. Communicate via messenger. Some people like to communicate via email. Some people want to switch phone numbers. I don't care what you do. Just make sure you communicate with each other. Okay. Your theme is up to you and your partner. So if you and your partner are Halloween lovers, maybe you guys want to make a Halloween book or Christmas or Jurassic Park. I don't know. Whatever you guys want your theme to be, that can be it. If you really don't care, you just want to see what your partner can do, you can just say our theme is anything goes. Now, anything goes means anything goes. Okay. So for instance, I dislike fairies. They scare me. I know. Go ahead and make fun of me. It's fine. So I would not enjoy a book that was made with all fairies. I do have friends that love fairies that I would just mail that book right on to. So make sure if your theme is anything goes, look at your partner's likes and dislikes. Okay. Just be mindful of that. There you go. Okay. Okay, the other requirement is going to be before you send your book to your partner, you must send me a picture of your completed folio. Okay, you can message me, you can post it on the event, something so I know that yours is complete. Once I get a complete picture from both you and your partner, then I can tell you guys it's safe to mail. Why am I doing that? It's because it is very scary to host a one-on-one swap. Because at the end of the day, this is my reputation at stake. And so even though you're mailing directly to your partner, and that's between you two, if you guys say, let's mail by, I don't know, 3 days from now, and you both agree on that, and somebody doesn't mail in 3 days, now that other person is upset. They're not going to go to you. They're going to come to me. And then it's going to be a whole big thing. So let's just stop the drama and please just, send me a picture. Let me know you're ready to send. Once your partner says I'm ready to send, then you guys go ahead and mail it to each other. I don't think we're going to have a problem because I'm pretty sure we weeded out all the people who were flakers, but I just need a little bit of control. So if y'all can do that, that would be absolutely great. Most of the people that we have swapping are very consistent. So I'm pretty confident that we won't have any problems. But again, my fear, my hosting fear. Anyway, okay. So back to the book. That's all the housekeeping stuff. For the folio, you must use 80-pound to 110-pound weight paper. Please use a strong, sturdy paper. Okay. The Michaels 65 weight paper, the ones we get 3 for $10 or whatever, that is not strong enough. Your book's going to be all wobbly and raggedy. Okay. We don't want wobbly and raggedy. We want nice, crisp, clean. This book, you can flip it, flap it 15 times and you're just fine. Right. Please use quality paper. Right now, the 110-pound weight at Michael's is, I think it's $19.99 and there's a coupon. So please be mindful of your paper choice. Use a sturdy paper. Okay. Use a sturdy paper. See, it sounds like chipboard. It's not. It's 110-pound weight. I used specifically, I just almost showed y'all my address. That's okay. I use Cardstock Warehouse Premium Collection cardstock. Can't get this out. There you go. It's the 110-pound cover weight. So that's what I used in black licorice. You can obviously use any name brand. I don't care what name brand it is. Just make sure it's nice, thick, substantial paper. Okay. Your designer paper or your pattern paper, that's going to be either thick or thin. I mean, that doesn't matter that weight. Just the construction of the album weight is what we're worried about. All right. So there's that. Also with your paper collection, please make it make sense. I know a lot of us hosts are really harping on this year. And I'm sure some of you are like, why do you keep saying that? for whatever reason, we're seeing a lot of people not make sense with their paper choices. Not specifically in this group. I think I haven't had to tell anyone in this group that their paper choices don't make sense. But for example, in a different group I'm not going to say what group, the theme was scary Jurassic Park. Okay. I've never seen the movies because I'm scared of them. I know, make fun of me. I don't care. They're too scary. So that's what they were supposed to do, Jurassic Park, and it had like, stuff they were supposed to include, I guess stuff that's part of the movie. Well, somebody decided to put a page that had kittens, like cute little kittens. And I mean, I haven't watched the movie, so maybe it was a joke reference to the movie, or I don't know. And then another page was Christmas, like gingerbreads and gumdrops. So it didn't make sense. I feel like it wasn't part of the movie because everybody, the recipient was really upset and was like, what is this? And publicly blasted the girl, which, was a little rude, but it is what it is. So please make sense. Okay. For me personally, I typically craft with the same paper collection. I don't try to match, just because I'm not a professional designer. I don't know what I'm doing. I trust in the paper collection. Sometimes I don't always agree. Like there's a paper in here I don't agree with, but I mean, I guess they have this scientific formula that says it does agree with the paper collection. So there you go. But just makes sense. Okay. And the person was a veteran crafter. That's been crafting longer than me. So I don't know what happened there, but all right. So besides that, what you need to also include, now these are the 4 items listed under embellishments. You need to include a cluster embellishment with 4 layers. Okay. You need to include a decorated 3D element, which can be a rosette, a big fancy bow, a pop out or pop up mechanism, etc. Something that's just 3D interactive. Okay. I chose to add a pop out, not a pop up, but a pop out little thing. And I also have this rosette that I want to make as the sun, but I have to be careful because this is for my grandmom and she's not a crafter, and I feel like this will just get ripped off my cover and ruin my cover. That's why everything is flat. You need to have 4 or more matching photo mats, and I will give you examples of photo mats in just a second. And also, and this is one that I think should always be a requirement, but I want you to give your partner an envelope with the scraps from the paper collection. Okay. I'm not saying give them the whole shebang, but for example, I'm using this Lake Life sampler. This is by Renee Looney. This is what I used because my grandma just moved into a lake house, and so that's why I did it. But I would gift, these huge, nice pieces of the paper collection. You can cut down paper if you want. Like I do have 2 12 by 12 sheets left and almost a full sheet of this one. So you can cut that down for your partner if you want, or you can just keep it. It doesn't matter. But just give them, substantial scraps from the paper collection so they can add to their book, right? You don't have to do, you don't have to give all of them, but just enough so they can add maybe a photo mat here or there or something like that, okay? Right. That should be it. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what I mean. Let me move this. Here we go. So the entire book needs to be matted, okay? There's one exception inside that I will show you, but the entire outside needs to be matted. The flap, the cover, spine 1, the back and spine 2. Okay. Mine was easy. I took the 2 pieces of paper that were this pattern and I just cut it to match, so everything was just one cohesive type thing. Now, since the book we are mailing to crafters, I want your cover to be more than just this. Okay. I am mailing to a non-crafter. So, and she's going to put it on a shelf. I know exactly where she's going to put it. So there's really not any room for me to add 3D, because I think if she puts it in her shelf, it's just going to rip out, to be honest. So, but remember, you're mailing to a crafter. We have more spaces to display stuff. So make your cover substantial, unless you and your partner decide y'all want a flat cover. That is up to you guys, but please make sure it is very well known. Okay. There are 2 magnets on my flap. There's one here. There's one here. If you do not have magnets, that's fine. You can skip that part in the tutorial. However, you're going to have to make a closure of some sort. Whether you do a ribbon closure or a belly band or some type of gorgeous closure needs to be on this book. I wanted a flat magnetic closure. You don't have to have it. The same as with the flap in here. There are magnets, but you do not have to put the magnets. This one doesn't really require a closure because it's going to close with the book. But I do like the magnetic closure because I'm actually going to tuck in some other stuff in there. Okay, so, oh, the other thing, yes, that was a picture of my grandma. Yes, she's white. No, I'm not Hispanic. Okay, I got that on a different group. Everyone was shocked to find out that I was not Hispanic. I'm not. I'm black and white. So there you go. Don't want you to be shocked. Anyway, so here are my photo mats. Okay, so all of your required embellishments, like the photo mats and the 3D embellishment and the layer embellishment and the envelope full of stuff, that does not have to be attached to your book. You can clip it. I use these cute little paper clips. You can clip it. I put little suggestion sticky notes, so you know, kind of your partner can see where you're kind of going with it. You can just stick all of it in like a clear bag on the side, a Ziploc bag, whatever, if you want to. Okay. Whenever I have a folio, I don't like to attach a lot of stuff because I don't have the person's pictures. So this case, I have the pictures, but you know, you can do stuff like this, where this one says suggestion photo size 3x5. So, and it also says the flap opens to reveal more photos. Again, I'm mailing this to a non-crafter. So here's my mat. My mat is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So you can just glue it right down here, put the picture inside, and call it done. Okay. Here we go. So there's that. Here's more examples of photo mats. Obviously, I custom made these photo mats to the size of the pictures, and I added these little stickers because she does have a seashell collection. So that's why it makes sense for me to put seashells on a lake book. Okay. So I have like little accent pieces. Now, if I didn't have her pictures, I would add these accent pieces on the side. Okay. I did a lot of paper piecing on this book because I did not have enough paper to do full sheets of anything. Okay. It looks amazing. Look at how cohesive it just flows through, even though I only had this little piece left. So I just paper pieced. I learned that from Rosa Kelly. She paper pieces all the time and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So paper piece. Next up, this is where I added some flair. I added an a pocket. I added a pocket. Here's my cluster layer. I did not make this, but it is clustered up. It's really nice. It's thick She thick. I added this pocket, and then here are more examples of photo mats, okay? In this photo mat, I have some pictures of my grandma's birthday and her carrot cake that was so delicious. So I just added that in. That's my mama's hands. And then there's still room for if she wants to write or if she wants to put another picture. She can write. She can put, well, she can put a white piece of paper here or another picture on the top. Okay. Here is my second photo mat. I did not attach her puppy dog to the front, but I just wanted to kind of show her what she can do. So again, you can paper clip a different photo mat if you want to say, hey, do a 4x6 picture or do 2x3s or whatever the case may be. You can, kind of just let your partner know what your intentions were. This is a 4x5, I want to say. So you can fit that in there. Whatever your heart desires, you can always do pictures like that, photo mat, So that's just kind of what I was thinking. And you can always clip additional photo mats, write some sticky notes with your suggestion for your partner to finish. For us, it's a little easier because we're sending to crafters, and crafters, we're good. We know. This is the paper that I was saying I was a little questionable about, but I trusted in my paper collection and it all matches. It looks great. Here is one of the pages. I left it blank. And again, I have the suggestion. The photo mat for this one, I don't know if you can see my handwriting on there, but it says suggestion, photo size 4x6, photo size 2x3. So this will fit a full 4x6 picture with a border. Let me move this so you can see the full thing. Okay, like so. And then these will fit the 2x3 pictures with a little border. They're not glued down, they're just paper clipped down, so that way, your person can do what they want. Okay. Put my suggestion back on there. Okay, so then we're going to flip. Now, this is where I added my flare. This is my pop out mechanism because I'm not going to add my rosette. Now, you move the belly band thingy, and here you go. Woo. Quick little pop out. And then it pops out the other way. That's it. It's just the 3. 3 and then 2. Okay. Again, paper piecing. It's beautiful. I mismeasured on this one, and I didn't have enough paper to recut. So guess what? This side is smaller or shorter than this side. Does it matter? Nope. Just make sure these two match that are side by side. And even if they don't match, it doesn't even matter because this is the full length. And your eye doesn't say, oh, that has a bigger border. It looks like it's on purpose. Okay, so don't stress yourself out. This is supposed to be super fun. If you mismeasure because you're watching Golden Girls and Sophia said one of her zingers, that's what happens. Same thing with this. I was cutting something else and I accidentally cut my corner, so I just cut my corners on all of them. It looks great. My other mistake, I glued this down without anything to keep it from doing this. So it was obnoxious when you turn the page. It all, look. So what I did was made a little belly band, taped it down, put a magnet right here, covered it with the yellow so you have all your yellow going through, and there's a magnet up in here. See? Nobody knows. Well, y'all do, but okay. Next, this is in the tutorial. This is your flap. Again, on mine, you can add pictures until your heart's content. Any size, you can add them up around here. Whatever configuration you want. Or this could just be a beautiful scenery here. I have these little stickers that says welcome to the lake. They're puffy stickers from Hobby Lobby, I think, or Michael's. Here's another one of the puffy stickers. So that was part of the tutorial. Now, I added some photo mats at the top. So this dock was part of the paper collection. This was her puppy dog actually on the dock. So I just cut him out, put him on there. And then this was just like a family picture on the top. So I put that there. And then I added this closure piece onto the waterfall. And I added extra pieces. I have 7 pieces. 7 waterfalls? I don't know. 7. And then I have the photo mat down here. So a faux waterfall attachment, but it's a photo mat. Okay. Just because I wanted the whole page to have this waterfall. Now the tutorial shows you how to put the waterfall directly down onto your page. You can absolutely do that, or you can do the other method where you put it on a separate sheet of paper to line it up. It doesn't matter how you put your waterfall down. Just get your waterfall up in there. My closure, all I did was tape a belly band down here, put a magnet here and a magnet right here. So that way it just keeps it closed and flat. This, because they're 1-inch spines, there is a lot of room for bulk in here, okay? Now for the waterfall, I know a lot of you are saying, do we have to mat both sides? I go back and forth on that because if you're going to have a full 4x6 picture, there's no need to mat, right? There's no need because it covers the whole thing. You're just wasting your paper. Sometimes what I do is just mat the front and then have the picture on the back, like so. This particular album, I went ahead and matted the front and the backs because I had enough cardstock to do it. Okay. So it's really up to you if you want to mat just one side or both sides or whatever. That's the best I can say about that. You know, you and your partner can discuss that, or you make the decision yourself, because it looks really good if you have this here, or if you have it, you know, here. You have that border. My grandma likes to journal, and so I just kind of left it solid so she can journal on the back. Okay, but take the extra care and add the piece of cardstock or designer paper, whatever you're doing, in between your gussets, just so it looks nice and complete, beautiful. You know, I could have taken the 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors and put it in between to kind of make it whatever you want to do. You know, the opportunities are endless. Okay, again, and let me show you another Ipsy Daisy. This one, I was watching Everyone Loves Raymond, and I cut my paper too short, so I had a paper piece. But it looks gorgeous because it follows with the band in between. Okay, make your accidents look on purpose. And then here, I just added 2 of the small pictures from my HP Sprocket. So there you go. Okay, very easy. The album, oh, it's stuck to the magnet. This album in particular only took me 2 hours to do, and most of it was printing pictures. So it is a very easy album. The album I think can get done in like, I think the tutorial is like 30 minutes or less. It's very simple. You're gonna be like, that thing, that's it? That's all I have to do? Because it looks very intimidating. It looks, you know, wow and stuff like that, but it's not. It's super easy folio. You're gonna love it. And again, I added this, was my own. in my pocket. This is just a regular pocket. So if you guys want to know how to add this, let me know. It's really, okay, I'll just tell you right now. All I did was take 2 pieces of cardstock that measured 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, 2 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. I scored at 1/2 inch on the short side of these 2 and legit just glued them together. Okay, this piece right here is 4 1/2 by 6, excuse me, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I just glued that hinge right to this and then glued this down. Okay, that's it. So 2 pieces, 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. 1 piece, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Just glue them together. That's it. It was nothing, you know, I don't craft hard. I craft easy. Okay. Alright, I know somebody's going to ask me for a tutorial for that, which is fine. If somebody does, I will show you. If not, y'all got it. Alright, that is the end of the swap. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.